Trucking companies and owner operators, how much money can you make adding a driver? Stay tuned to find out. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Make Money Trucking. And today I wanted to answer a question that I get very often off of the YouTube comments, and that is, how much money can you make adding a driver? This has been asked by a lot of guys that are already owner-operators, or they're just entrepreneurs and looking to invest in the trucking industry. Whether you're a trucking company owner with multiple trucks, or whether you're just a single owner-operator, I'm going to answer that to the best of my knowledge based on what I know and the kind of work that I do. We're going to go over the profits and the loss and the cost of doing business and show you, revenue versus expenses, how much you can make off of adding a driver to your trucking company. All right, so first we're going to be going over the truck expenses. So fuel is going to cost you roughly $750 a week or $3,000 a month. Insurance for the truck is going to cost about $62.50 a week to $250 a month. The truck payment, if you have about a $1,000 truck, is going to cost you about $250 a week. Now, the insurance is going to be based on your bobtail insurance. So that total comes out to be $1,062.50 a week, and that total is $4,250 a month. Now, this is based on the type of driving that I do in my area as far as fuel is concerned, so that fuel might go up or down depending on the type of driving you do, but roughly that's the cost for a company driver. Now we're going to go on to employee expenses. So basically, occupational accident is going to cost you about $45 a week. That's going to be about $180 a month. A lot of employers are wanting that, or contractors or carriers that you're going to lease onto. Unemployment, Social Security, etc. That's going to be $200 a week, equaling about $800 a month. Then workman's comp is going to be about $150 a week and $600 a month. So, and then you got the driver's salary, which is going to average about $1,500 a week and $6,000 a month. Now, the total is going to be $1,895 a week or $7,580 a month. Now, about the unemployment, so you have to pay their taxes. That's $200 a week on that. All right, so next we have other expenses. This is all dependent on if the company charges you these things. But the trailer can cost you from $250 a week to $1,000 a month. This also includes if you own your own trailer. So say you're not renting a trailer from the carrier, but you have your own. Next is going to be hazmat coverage. We haul hazmat. So they charge about $175 a week to $700 a month, depending on that. Now you got the admin fees, the tablet, the ELD, etc. That's going to be $50 a week or $200 a month. This total is going to be $475 a week or $1,900 a month. And this is for we haul hazmat, so basically that's our fees that are associated there. Next, we're going to have total gross revenue potential. So gross revenue potential is about $4,200 a week, and then $16,800 a month. Now this may vary, but this is kind of what we look at, roughly on $800 or so a day, 5 days a week. I think I bumped it up another, $15 to $50 a day. Now, next we're going to be going over the expenses versus revenue. So weekly expenses, truck expense total $1,062, employee expenses $1,895, other expenses total $475. So your weekly expense total equals $3,432.50. That times that by 4, you get $13,730. Now these are your expenses totals. Now we're going to go weekly revenue, which is $4,200, minus the weekly expenses, which is $3,432.50. That yields a total weekly profit of $767.50. Now, this is going to vary on a couple different variables, but we're not done yet. So now we're going to talk about usually breakdowns and maintenance. So usually you should put back between 15% and 25% of profit for unexpected breakdowns and planned maintenance. A profit a week is $767.50. So at 15%, that means you take out $115. At 25%, that means you take out $191.87. So now your net profit is $575 to $652. All right, so how do you make more money? You can pay the driver on 1099, that'd make you a little more money, or you could run the truck day and night, 24 hours, if you have the right circumstances to do so. A lot of operations you can't do day and night slip seating, but with ours you can. And then also the driver can work 6 days a week if they have the hours available. So this is another way to optimize a little bit more profit. All right, guys, so hopefully this was helpful in understanding how much money you can potentially make by adding an additional driver, or just throwing a driver in a truck and letting them go and do their thing. Now, this all is very dependent on the situations that you may come across. Now, I talked about pulling out 15 to 25% of the profit for unexpected maintenance and breakdowns. So say you have a driver and they blow your motor in your truck. That's obviously going to cost you a lot more money, eating into your profit. Now, say that you might be getting some good loads and the truck's making more than $800 a day. Say it's making closer to $900 or $1,000 a day. Now, you'll have to pay the driver a little more money, but then that will make you a little more profit once you deduct the fuel. So this all is dependent on how much your truck can make a day or a week, how much you're willing to pay your driver. Now, I did the pay based off of a 35% pay scale. That's about average for a truck driver in my industries. As well, if you break that down by the hour, that's kind of how drivers get paid in the local regions where I work. Now, this might vary depending on if you're over the road, but for a good baseline, I would say, your total weekly profit could be around $767. And then once you take out that 15% or 25% for, oil changes, tires, and random breakdowns, and you're looking at between $500 and $600, somewhere in that range. Now, this is all dependent, If the driver's sick a day, that cuts into your profit, but then you're also not paying as much expenses. And also, I talked about the very beginning of the slideshow, I went over $1,000 a month expense on your truck. Now, that's depending on if you have a truck payment that's around $1,000 a month. Obviously, if you own your truck outright, it's gonna be less money for you and less expenses for you and more profit. But then also on the flip side, say you bought a $60,000 or $70,000 truck and your payments around maybe $1,300 to $1,500, that's gonna cut into your profit, by at least $100 a week. So that's why I wanted to make it clear that a lot of entrepreneurs out there that are wanting to get into the trucking industry and they think they're just going to throw a driver in a truck and send them on their way. Well, nothing ever goes as smoothly as you expect. So on the best weeks, these numbers are about the best scenario. But on bad weeks, you can actually end up going in the red. So it's not as much money as some guys may think. That's why I always encourage, if you're going to add a driver, or if you're going to get into the trucking industry, to be an owner-operator yourself, because that salary that you're paying that driver of $1,500 a week, which is $6,000 a month, that's roughly around $70,000 to $80,000 a year. You're paying yourself that, so that's expenses that you're not spending on someone else. You're taking that home yourself. Now, the best way, if you want to add a driver, I would say, is to still drive the truck yourself and then add another driver in a truck. So basically, you're still making yourself your own income. Think about it like your day job is driving your truck, and then your side hustle, your side job is having a driver or drivers in other trucks. So you still have your main income, and then they're kind of just extra income on the top. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully this helps you out. I know I've been getting a lot of questions, and a lot of people have been curious about how much money they can make by putting a driver in a truck. And yeah, please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.